Have you ever felt time accelerate? Have you ever noticed how time seems to move faster than you ever expected? One moment, you're full of energy, tackling challenges with ease, and the next, you find yourself catching your breath, wondering when everything started to change. The truth is, aging brings transformations that are often surprising, sometimes difficult, and always inevitable. But here's the good news. Understanding what lies ahead can make all the difference in how you experience this phase of life. In this video, we'll explore 5 undeniable truths about getting older, truths that everyone eventually encounters, whether they're prepared for them or not. From shifting relationships to changes in how you see yourself, these insights are here to offer clarity, perspective, and confidence as you embrace the journey of aging. Stick with us until the end. Some of these truths might completely change how you view growing older. Let's begin. Truth number 1, a decline in energy levels. One of the first signs of aging is subtle but unmistakable. Your energy isn't what it used to be. Where you once powered through long days filled with work, errands, and social plans, maybe even late nights, now you hit a wall by mid-afternoon. Even the simplest tasks can start to feel more demanding. This doesn't mean you can't keep up, but it does mean you become more selective. You start choosing how and where to spend your energy more carefully. At first, you might brush it off as a bad night's sleep or a long week, but gradually, it becomes clear. This is your new normal. Your body doesn't bounce back like it once did. Skipping meals, missing sleep, or skipping exercise now carries consequences. Push too hard, and you'll feel it the next day. That's why many older adults begin to build habits that support sustained energy, better sleep routines, regular physical activity, and mindful nutrition. Over time, you start to recognize that energy is a limited but valuable resource, and how you manage it matters more than ever. Your relationship with rest also changes. When you were younger, rest was optional, even indulgent. Now, it's essential. Ignore the signals your body sends, and it will remind you through fatigue, discomfort, or unexpected aches. But this isn't about giving up or slowing down completely. It's about adjusting your pace. You begin moving in harmony with your body instead of pushing against it. And that shift allows you to stay active and engaged, just with more purpose and intention. You stop assuming your energy will always be there and start planning around it. You begin to prioritize what truly matters. As the saying goes, it's not about adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. That's the heart of aging well, learning to adapt rather than resist. Even with less energy, you can still live a rich, vibrant life by being more deliberate with the energy you do have. Truth number 2, shrinking social circles. As the years go by, another truth quietly settles in. Your social circle isn't as wide as it once was. In your younger years, friendships were easy to maintain. You were surrounded by coworkers, classmates, neighbors, people you saw regularly. Social interaction was woven into your daily routine, and connection happened naturally. But with time, things change. People relocate. Priorities shift. Family dynamics evolve. Before you know it, the circle of people you regularly talk to becomes smaller. At first, you may not even notice. Life gets busy, and everyone has their own path to follow. But eventually, the silence becomes noticeable. The long gaps between conversations, the absence of familiar voices. You might scroll through your contacts and realize you haven't spoken to some friends in years. You may even search for someone to talk to, only to find that your list of go-to people has grown shorter. One of the hardest parts of aging is accepting that friendships no longer maintain themselves. Unlike in earlier years, when school, work, or activities kept you connected, now it takes conscious effort. If you don't reach out, relationships begin to fade, not due to a lack of care, but simply because life pulls people in different directions. And then there's the tougher reality. Some friendships aren't just lost to time or distance, but to something permanent. The people you've shared history with begin to leave this world, and with each loss, you feel the weight of time more deeply. Loss of friendships. As you age, you start losing people. Those you've known for years, those who've shared your history. There's no easy way to prepare for such loss. It changes you. It serves as a reminder that time marches on, whether you're prepared for it or not. But here's what's important. While your social circle may get smaller, the relationships that remain tend to be richer and more meaningful. You begin to value quality over quantity. The friends who stay are the ones who truly matter, the ones who show up when it counts. And if you make the effort, new connections can still be formed. While it may take more work, forming meaningful relationships never stops being significant. The reality is that loneliness can sneak up on you if you're not careful. But just as friendships can fade if not nurtured, they can also be revived with intention. Whether it's reaching out to an old friend, joining a group, or simply dedicating time to the people who matter, maintaining connections is crucial as you age. At the end of the day, it's not about the number of people you know. It's about having those in your life who genuinely understand and know you. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so, and turn on the bell to make sure you don't miss any future videos. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inspire and inform you. Now, let's continue. Number 3, shifts in appearance and self-perception. One of the biggest surprises of aging isn't just how others perceive you, it's how you begin to see yourself. You don't feel any different on the inside, but one day you look in the mirror and realize that the person staring back at you isn't quite the same. The face that once felt so familiar now shows lines that weren't there before. Your hair isn't as thick or dark as it once was. Your body no longer looks the same. And even if you've never been one to focus on your appearance, these changes become impossible to ignore. At first, it might seem like a small thing. A quick surprise when you look at an old photograph and realize how much time has passed. But over time, this realization lingers in your thoughts. Maybe you catch a reflection of yourself in a store window and do a double take. Perhaps someone calls you sir or ma'am, and you take a moment to process that they're addressing you. Or maybe you just don't recognize yourself the way you used to. Feeling invisible. As you age, there's a certain disconnect that occurs. You still feel like the same person. Your thoughts, humor, and memories are unchanged. But the world begins to treat you differently. Strangers first see your age, and only then do they notice the rest of you. You may start feeling invisible in ways that you never did before. People might talk over you, make assumptions, or fail to recognize who you truly are beyond your age. Then there's the internal struggle. You know that aging is a natural part of life, that it happens to everyone. Yet some days it's hard to fully accept. Society often suggests that growing older means becoming less attractive, less important, less visible. This mindset drives many people to try to hold on to their youth, often in any way they can. But the truth is, true confidence comes from embracing your current self, not desperately trying to stay the same as you were. There's strength in accepting your age, in standing tall and knowing that your worth isn't defined by youthful skin or full hair. The lines on your face aren't flaws. They tell the story of your life, the moments you've laughed, the worries you've carried, the experiences you've lived. When you stop viewing them as imperfections and start recognizing them as a map of everything you've gone through, you realize that getting older doesn't take anything away from you. It only adds to you. The key is changing how you see yourself. You're not just an older version of your younger self. You are someone who has grown, evolved, and gained a depth that younger years couldn't offer. And while society often celebrates youth, the truth is that age brings a presence that can't be replicated. A young person might attract attention with their looks, but an older person commands attention with their presence, the way they carry themselves, the quiet wisdom they exude. This is something that youth can't replace. So while your appearance may change, who you are at your core remains intact. The way you perceive yourself is far more significant than how others see you. Because ultimately, confidence isn't about looking young. It's about fully embracing who you are, without hesitation, without apology, and without the need to be anyone other than yourself. Number 4, health becomes a daily priority. There was a time when you didn't give your health much thought. Of course, you knew it mattered, but it wasn't something that occupied much space in your daily life. You woke up, went about your day, and trusted that your body would keep up with whatever you needed from it. But as time passes, that perspective shifts. Suddenly, your health isn't just something to consider. It becomes something you must actively manage. It starts with subtle changes. Perhaps you notice a few more aches in the morning, some stiffness when you get out of bed. Maybe you realize you don't recover from a cold as quickly as before. Or it could be the first time a doctor hands you a prescription for something you never imagined needing. Over time, health moves from the background to the forefront of your life. It becomes part of your conversations, your daily routine, and something you need to think about in order to continue living the life you desire. One of the biggest adjustments as you age is accepting that your body has limits. When you were younger, you could push through exhaustion, skip meals, stay up late, and bounce back. But now, the consequences of those actions come more quickly. You begin to realize that how you care for your body today directly affects how you'll feel tomorrow. Late nights now leave you feeling drained for days. The meals you once enjoyed without a second thought now don't sit as well, and recovery takes longer. Suddenly, practices like stretching, staying hydrated, and getting adequate sleep aren't just beneficial. They're essential. You also come to the realization that regular checkups, screenings, and medications are no longer optional. You begin to hear terms like cholesterol, blood pressure, and bone density more often than you ever anticipated. While it may feel odd at first, staying on top of these things really makes a significant difference. Addressing issues early, adhering to treatments, and listening to your body's signals can be the key to either struggling with aging or thriving through it. But here's the part that doesn't get discussed enough. Your mindset about health is just as important as the physical aspects. Some individuals start to view their bodies as a list of problems to manage, fixating on what's going wrong. However, the ones who age well are those who still view their health as something they can influence. They stay active, keep moving, and focus on maintaining strength, flexibility, and balance. They don't passively let time take its toll. They work in harmony with it. The truth is, Although aging brings inevitable changes, you still have choices. You can choose to take care of yourself. You can choose to make adjustments, listen to your body, and provide it with what it needs rather than what it once wanted. And when you do, you not only add years to your life, you add life to your years. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5, sense of purpose. As we age, one of the most profound changes isn't just physical, it's internal. Your sense of purpose begins to shift. The things that once gave your life structure and meaning may no longer be part of your daily routine. For years, your identity might have been rooted in roles like employee, provider, or caregiver, someone others depended on. But eventually, you enter a quieter phase of life, and a question begins to surface. What's next? This shift can be jarring. In your younger years, purpose was often clear and externally driven. Career achievements, raising children, contributing to your community. But when those responsibilities begin to fade or change, it's easy to feel uncertain, even lost. Some people find this transition especially difficult. Retirement can leave a void where a sense of productivity once thrived. Children move on to build their own lives. Familiar routines dissolve. The home feels quieter, the calendar emptier. But purpose doesn't disappear. It evolves. It's not that life stops offering meaning. It's that the source of that meaning needs to change. That change may feel uncomfortable at first, but it opens the door to something deeply fulfilling. Those who adapt well tend to be proactive. They seek new ways to stay engaged. They discover hobbies, volunteer, mentor others, travel, or simply invest more deeply in their relationships and personal growth. They understand that purpose isn't tied to a title or a job. It's found in how you spend your time and the connections you nurture. One of the great gifts of aging is the freedom to prioritize what truly matters. You're no longer chasing the urgent demands of earlier years. Now, you have the chance to pause, reflect, and make choices based on what brings real joy and satisfaction. Maybe that means picking up a passion you once set aside. Maybe it means giving back in a way that feels deeply personal. Or perhaps it's simply learning to savor life's everyday moments with more presence than ever before. It's important not to fall into the belief that aging equals irrelevance. You don't become less valuable with time. You become more. Age brings insight, clarity, and depth. And with that, you gain the power to shape this chapter of life on your own terms. Purpose doesn't end when one chapter closes. It transforms. And you are the author of what comes next. Final thoughts. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on the 5 truths of aging. Which one resonated with you most? Was it the shift in energy levels, a shrinking social circle, changing self-perception, prioritizing your health? Or perhaps this final truth, how your sense of purpose evolves? Whatever stood out, know this. Aging isn't about losing who you are. It's about growth, adaptation, and living with greater awareness and intention. Aging doesn't reduce you, it refines you. It strips away distractions, revealing what matters most. Wisdom, resilience, and the ability to truly appreciate life. Approach this phase deliberately. Care for your body, nurture your relationships. Find joy in the simple things. Let go of what no longer serves you, and lean into the things that bring meaning. And above all, don't let anyone tell you your best years are behind you, because in so many ways, They're still ahead, unfolding, one beautiful moment at a time. Thank you for spending time with us. We'd love to hear from you. Share a takeaway from this video in the comments. How did it reflect your own journey? Your feedback inspires us and helps us continue to create content that uplifts, informs, and supports you. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your support makes all the difference. Thanks again for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.